Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here. Hope everybody is having a great day. None other, I am coming with a wrestling talk. None other. I am here to come and talk about a couple of things that is going on in WWE. One thing that's going on in WWE and a theory on the White Rabbit and I am going to, so first and foremost, I will be talking about the White Rabbit. I will be talking about Ricochet. I also am going to talk about, I am going to talk about Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey at Extreme Rules. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing is I have to come and talk about Ricochet. So as y'all know, for the last year under Vince McMahon and now under Triple H, I feel like Ricochet is still not being featured in the right way. I feel like he is a top superstar. Now, I think I'm going to bring up something, and I really believe he is somebody that probably could hold the WWE heavyweight title and the Universal. Now, some of y'all might not agree with that, but I'm going to give you one. Ricochet is a quality wrestler, so I don't get why they don't push him as a top superstar. He is that quality. And don't say it's his weight class. And it cannot be, because I'm going to bring up something from a place that he wrestled and he had the heavyweight title belt. Overall, Ricochet is a pretty good wrestler. He always has been. And I really believe he does deserve, and let me say, he does deserve to be to be a top superstar. Look at the type of men WWE push as a top superstar. From Roman Reigns to Seth Rollins to, let's see, Austin Theory. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a bit. And several others. But I'm going, if they can push them, surely they can push him. Rey Mysterio at one point in time was a top superstar, and he's a legendary. So you don't think Ricochet deserves to be a top superstar? I believe so, he does. Now, I wonder if Ricochet just take 2 months off, go into his archives, and done his old persona, what he had when he was on Lucha Libre Underground. So some of y'all might not even know Ricochet was actually once on Lucha Libre Underground. Okay, when he was on Lucha Libre Underground, he was a heavyweight champion. Okay, that's one. But when he was on there, he wasn't known as Ricochet. He was known as Prince Puma. Let me say it again. He was known as Prince Puma. So if he does that persona, if you remember when he had this persona when he was on Lucha Underground, he was, for 3 straight years, he was, and I remember this, for 3 straight years, he was Lucha Libre Underground heavyweight champion. And if that tells you how he is being devalued, that is one. So I want to hear from y'all. Do y'all think Ricochet might need to done his old persona he had when he was on Lucha Libre Underground and done the Prince Puma gimmick and see if he's going to get the opportunities that he deserves? Let me hear from you. So the second thing I need to come and talk about, this female Extreme Rules contest. Okay. And I am going to be looking at this particular match very seriously. One, because it's Liv Morgan versus, I want to talk about two matches when it comes to this. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. I feel like while we having Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey again, okay, she might deserve a rematch, but I hope Ronda Rousey do not win, because I feel like Ronda, like I'm gonna say, I always have said it with CF, Ronda Rousey do not, and I'm saying do not need a title belt to be featured on a pay-per-view. She don't need it. Do I think they are going to play favorites and have Liv Morgan drop that title? I'm hoping that that's not the case, but if so, I'm calling it. Anytime I call something like this, I'm always right. So therefore, I'm just saying, Triple H, do not have Liv Morgan drop that title to Ronda Rousey. That's my thing. I just think Liv Morgan has done very awesome this last few months as women's champion. I really want to see her stay as women's champion. And what she showed us yesterday night, she showed us she can come in, show out, and show us, hey, I can be this big bad wolf women's champion, and I'm going to show you. So that is that. Okay, do I believe Bayley deserves a women's championship? No, I don't. Because if you have none other, Bianca Belair, drop that title, we in the African American community and everybody else will look at you with the side eye. I'm just saying, we're going to be looking at you with a side eye. Do I feel if anybody deserves a title belt opportunity, it should be Dana Brooke, not Bayley. And I'm going to get to that in a minute at the end. But I'm just saying, I am not dogging Bayley. It's just, I don't feel Bayley can just be handed. And let me say it again, be handed a women's title belt opportunity. That is that. That's one. Number two, and I know some of y'all might not agree with me, but it should be suspicious that she is getting a title belt like this. And the reason I say Bianca y'all better not have Bianca to lose, because we will look at you to the side eye. If Dakota Kai and Io Sky actually interfere, we're going to look at you side eye, and it'll be one of the biggest controversies. So I'm sorry. And so we better have some people that have, and at a Screen Rules, if that's the case, then you need to have two women go up against Dakota Kai and Io Sky for those women's tag team titles. Have they defended those titles since they won those titles? No, they haven't. And we need to see that. Okay. That is that. Now, I'm going to come back to Dana Brooke in a minute because I want to end with her, but I want to come to this white rabbit theory. So everybody, since the white rabbit barcode has been coming up, we've been seeing a lot of different things, and we saw what we saw last night. Now, everybody said, oh, what if it's Killian Cross? It couldn't be Killian. And everybody keeps thinking it might be Bray Wyatt. I have to differ with that because I'm going to bring up a video y'all need to go look at. So if you go back and you look up Lucha Libre Lucha Libre Underground. And you look up White Rabbit, you have two people that comes up that is associated with the White Rabbit persona. You had Killian Cross, who was once associated with the name but no longer is associated with it. But then you also have Paul London. Because if you remember, Paul London used to do that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will try to leave the video down below for the name of the video down below where you need to go look at for you to get what I'm talking about. Because if you don't know, Paul London, when he was on Lucha Libre Underground, he was known as the White Rabbit and stuff. He was known as the White Rabbit. And so I'm thinking that all of these cryptic messages might be Paul London. Half of y'all might not agree with me, but I do have, I'm going to list the video evidence for you can go look at, because it has to be him. He has to be the one that's making a return. I'm not saying it's a possibility that it might not be the Fiend. You never know. So I'm teetering between both of them. It could be the Fiend or it could be Paul London. So y'all need to be open-minded that this might be Paul London. It might be Paul London making a return. So I'm just saying that's that. Okay, so now we are going to get on Dana Brooks. So as y'all know, Dana Brooks has been the 24/7 champion for almost going on 2 years now. And my thing is, I really feel like, why would y'all reduce her to this title? She deserves more than what y'all are giving her and stuff. She deserves to be a top superstar. So do I think WWE had before had owed her a women's title belt opportunity? Yes, I believe so. Do I believe somebody in the company, someone who is in front of the TV, had let's say cost her title belt opportunity? I believe so. You know who I'm talking about, CG, if you know who I'm talking about. I believe he has something to do with it, because, you know, these CG and Dana Brooks had got into it a couple of times until Dana Brooks, Beyonce had something to say to him. So I'm thinking, why has she not gotten a women's big title belt opportunity for the women's title belt? Dana Brooks could be more than that. And like I have always said, she has a Joanie Lawler China quality. Now, do I believe WWE needs to add more titles to that women's division? Yes, I've been saying that for going on 3 years so far, that WWE needs 3 more titles for that women's division. We need a women's intercontinental title belt. Y'all know that's the truth. Y'all need a women's U.S. title belt. Y'all need a women's cruiserweight title belt or a women's universal title belt. Y'all need that. But Stephanie and Triple H already know they need that. So my thing is, come on, WWE. You know you need it. Put it on the line. This is what we need to see at the moment. And then the other thing is, let me talk about Doudrop for a minute while I'm here. As y'all know, Piper Niven, she goes by the name Doudrop. If I was Triple H, I would give her I would like pull Doudrop and I pull her to the side, and when we are not on the air, and ask her, hey, do you want to actually go and trademark a different wrestling name for yourself, or you won't have to be known as Doudrop no more and stuff? I can do that. We can do something very ornate or something Irishy for you, because you know I think she's from Ireland and stuff like that. And think and stuff. And so I just think that is that. Same thing with Nikki ASH. She needs a complete complete gimmick work, like overhaul and gimmick and image work. She needs that. She needs to be taken off TV for a bit. Let me say it. She needs to be taken off TV for a bit. And she needs to be, and I'm going to say it, she needs to be taken off TV for a bit. That's one. Number 10, let me say it. Number 2, take off TV for a bit. That's number 1. And number 2, her whole gimmick needs to be reworked for about a month and stuff. So that is that. So, you know, we're getting different people who is making their returns. And I know we have not seen Naomi and Sasha for months. As y'all know, they've been doing their modeling and stuff, and they are doing it well. Okay. But I'm going to mention this because I wonder, do everybody know? I was just going and I decided one day this past week to just go and see what's the next pay-per-view after Extreme Rules. So I'm looking it up, and the next pay-per-view is the Survivor Series in November. So I go, okay, but it's where it takes place. That Survivor Series that's supposed to take place in November is going to be in Boston, Massachusetts. So it's 2 of 3 people that probably could show up. Sasha and Naomi could return then, and John Cena could return. So you getting where I'm thinking? I'm thinking they're getting all of this modeling and stuff in right now. By November, I'm not going to say I'm predicting, but I suspect, this is just a theory, I suspect that Naomi and Sasha Banks probably will return to WWE. I'm expecting they will return to the WWE, but the way they are going to do it, and let's just say Control be ambushed, the tag team champs be ambushed, and let's say they having a going on feud with Bianca, and they beating Bianca down. I'm just saying, and you hear the "I'm a man," and let's say the combined music of "I'm Amazing," Boss Y'all come in, and it's Naomi and Sasha. They get this big pop of a return, and they help Bianca with Bailey, and with Bailey. Let me say it. With Bailey, I'm sorry, y'all. Bailey. I had to say it a couple of times. With Bailey and Io Sky and Dakota Kai. And they come in and they go, oh, y'all might be champions, but hey, they go, hey, Triple H, we want a title belt shot. You know we wasn't done right, so we're back, and we're back to take back our titles. They look straight into the camera and going, we're back, and we're back to take our titles. We ain't going to no back of the line. The real champions are back, and we want our titles. That's what I see. So, y'all, that's all I have time for. Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.